Hey MTSU, my name is Joanna and I'm so excited to welcome you to Health Fit, MT10's healthy lifestyle show. I'm here to inspire you to spike your ambition in discovering your healthy fit self. Tonight's show is called Back to the Basics, literally. We've prepared an exercise demonstration with an explanation which will delve into the importance of keeping our spine and core functioning to its full potential. Shortly after, join us for a delicious protein post-workout shake recipe in a one-on-one interview with a guest speaker, which might just be enough to inspire your healthy enhancement. Now, let's get started with 10-minute tips. It's no secret that with our fast-paced day-to-day schedules, we have no time left to pay attention to how our bodies are managing with the stress we put on them. But the truth is that if we want to continue working hard, we must pay attention to our body's needs. Colleen here will help demonstrate some exercises which will further your spinal flexibility, mobility, and balance. So let's go ahead and get started with our first exercise, which will be a forward bend and a back extension with your feet hip width apart, hands on your waist. Go ahead and perform a forward extension. Thank you, and a backward extension. Perfect. One more time. Notice her shoulders are down and backward extension. Great. Second exercise we'll be performing is a side bend. Go ahead and Colleen, bend side right, side left. Perfect. One more time. Very nice. Notice it's all upper body movement. Now our third exercise will be a rotation. So go ahead and Colleen, rotate towards me, side right, side left. Now I do want to make a small adjustment here. She's moving her whole body. Again, you want to isolate the upper body. So without moving the hips, go ahead and move the shoulders only. Rotate right towards me. Very nice. Much better. Rotate left. Perfect. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more challenging, let's go ahead and perform the following three exercises. Basic squat. Go down one. Perfect. One more time. Stay down. Notice that her knees are not going in front of the toes. She's got a 90-degree bend at the knees and also parallel to the floor. Come back up. Perfect. Next up. Turn towards me, and we're going to perform a basic lunge with hands on hips. Again, go ahead, right leg. Perfect. Come back up. And left. Nice. Come back up. Go ahead, perform right one more time. Notice her form. Again, she's not holding her knees in front of the toes. She has that 90-degree angle, and she's parallel to the floor. Very nice. Come back up. You may face the camera. That's not what I should say that. Anyway, next up we'll perform a behind your back grab with your hands. First of all, let's try with our right hand. Extend the right hand back, extend the left down below, and grab the hands. Very nice. Hold here for about 30 seconds. It's a very good stretch. Release. Please turn with the back towards the audience and perform the same movement. As you can see, she's grabbing her hands and pulling. Again, 30-second hold will do just fine. Turn back around, please. Keep in mind that the two parts of the body are actually not equal. So you may be able to, grab your hands on one side but not on the other side, which is perfectly fine. Let me show you a little trick to that so that you can work on it. Go ahead and place the yoga strap on your right shoulder. Very nice. Again, there you are. Extending with the right hand up, left back. You grab the strap and you pull the hands closer together. That will help you equal out both sides. Now, if you would please release and turn around again. Very nice. Grabbing. Now demonstrate that. Pulling towards each other. Very good. Again, 30-second hold will do. Thank you, Colleen. I'll take that from you. So I want to bring our attention to common deformations which are caused by bad posture and how we can work to reverse these deformations and ease the strain on our backs. Two of the most common deformations are upper cross syndrome and lower cross syndrome, which are both caused by an imbalance in the muscles surrounding the spine. Upper cross syndrome is characterized by rounded shoulders and the forward position of the head. Most often, we are unaware of this posture while we work on our computers, our phones, our tablets, reading, and even driving. Here's some exercises to help reverse the upper cross syndrome. Lying on the floor, make sure that your back is completely flat, shoulders are flat, lower back is flat, hands are beside you. Go ahead and lift the hands to the side. Very nice. Pause for a moment. Extend all the way up. Good. And reverse. Try laying here for about 10 to 15 minutes, doing as many repetitions as feel comfortable. This way your back will get a chance to relax after a long day. Again, this time go ahead and stand up into a child's pose. Very nice. Sit back on your legs and extend the arms forward. Here, she's actually stretching her shoulders. And when we're in child's pose, you want to try and reach as far forward as possible because it gives you the optimal stretch that you need. Now, keep in mind when sitting or walking to pull the shoulders back and down, exposing the chest, and to keep the head straight. Now, in lower cross syndrome, the lower back is extremely curved and the front of the pelvis is rotated forward. This deformation is again caused by excessive sitting. The following exercises help in reversing lower cross syndrome. So, lying on the floor, bring in one knee up, hug it towards the chest. Very good. This will give you a good stretch. Release and go ahead, repeat with left. Very nice. Go ahead and release. Now this time, extend the right leg up forward without bending the knee. This will give you a good hamstring stretch. It's especially helpful if you've been sitting all day and your hamstrings get tight. Go ahead, release, and demonstrate our left side. Very nice. Great. Go ahead and release. Now, lying on the back, place the arms beside the body or under the glutes, and we'll be performing some hip thrusts. Go ahead and perform one, up, down, up again, down. Notice that her knees are not going in front of the toes. They're hip width apart. One more time, up, down. Keep in mind, this is actually a strength exercise. So if you feel a little burn, that's good. Thank you, Colleen, so much for helping us. Now, keep in mind, exercises are not meant to exhaust you, but only prepare your body for the day or add movement after a long stagnation period. Final tip, lacrosse balls or tennis balls can be used to release a knot in your back. Simply place the ball against the wall under the point of tension and move up and down until you roll the knot out. If you work at a desk for the majority of your time, feel free to also roll the ball under your feet. Our feet have many nerve receptors which connect to different parts of our body. Rolling a ball under your feet can be very stimulating to those nerve receptors and relaxing for the body. Now, don't go anywhere. After the break, I'll be sharing a fun smoothie recipe for post-workout recovery.
Chef Patty here. Why should you include avocados as part of your family's balanced diet? It's as simple as
1, 2, 3.
Number 1.
Avocados fill you up.
Avocados contain unsaturated fats, good fats your body needs to help with the absorption of key nutrients.
Me hungry right now.
Number 2.
Avocados are good for you.
Avocados are naturally cholesterol and sodium free, plus they contain nearly 20 vitamins and nutrients.
Me need vitamins and nutrients, and number 3, avocado delicious.
Try avocados in place of ingredients higher in saturated fat. Avocados taste great in sandwiches, salads, and even in baked goods like cookies.
Avocado cookies. This match made in heaven.
This is your new kitten, or your new puppy. Every day, 70,000 puppies and kittens just like them are born in the U.S. Cute, right? Well, what's not cute is that half of all litters are accidents. And when a kitten has a litter of oopsies and a puppy has a litter of uh-ohs, pretty soon you have thousands and thousands of OMGs. And that leads to millions of pets being killed in shelters each year. But if 80% of pet owners say they believe in spaying and neutering, then what gives? Well, it turns out those sweet little fuzzballs can get pregnant sooner than you think. A lot sooner. But here's the good news. You can stop the accident before it happens. You just have to remember one number. 4, as in 4 months. When you bring home Maggie or Ruby or Puddle or Clyde, get them fixed at 4 months. It can be old enough to get pregnant, and it's definitely young enough to make a difference. Prevent more, fix at month 4.
Hey there, it's me again. I find smoothies to be a great way to target cravings for sweets. Today I will be showing you a recipe for a chocolate peanut butter smoothie. Yum! Alright, so let's go ahead and start with our bananas. We will be using bananas as our base fruit for today. I used 2 small ones here, but you can also exchange that for 1 large banana. Bananas are actually really great for smoothies because they tend to make the smoothie a little thicker. Then again, if you prefer a runnier smoothie, just add ice to it and that'll work just fine, especially once the ice melts. Here I have some almond milk, about a cup and a half. Again, depending on whether you like your smoothie runnier or thicker, you can feel free to exchange that for cow's milk or cashew milk, even soy milk for those of you who can tolerate soy milk. Over here, I have some peanut butter, full fat, just the regular stuff. If you like it a little chunkier, feel free to add some chunkier peanut butter. Over here, I have PB Fit. Now, for those of us who aren't familiar with PB Fit, it's actually peanut butter with 90% less fat. Oh my gosh, isn't that great? So I like to use PB Fit because it actually adds some extra protein in my shake and it enhances the flavor of peanut butter. Over here is our protein powder, 20 grams per scoop. I have 1 scoop. It's chocolate flavored. And right here I have a little mixture going on. It's actually cocoa powder with stevia with, for a little extra sweetness in there. Again, the cocoa serves to enhance the flavor of the chocolate. So let's go ahead and get started with mixing our products. And add the banana. Now I like to usually start with my milk because it doesn't make everything clump on the bottom. This time I went ahead with the bananas, but you can keep that in mind for yourself. Next, go ahead and add the peanut butter right here. Yum. Oof. Nice. All right. PB Fit. Go ahead for your protein powder. And finally, cocoa. Awesome. There it is. Now, let's go ahead and blend. Come on. Make sure it clicks in and brew. Now, if you're using ice, it might take a little longer to blend, but in this case, we're not. So go ahead, release. It should be ready. There it is. Pour it in. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful color. It just makes me want to drink it instantly. Perfect. Hope you enjoy your smoothie of the day. After the break, we have a special guest sharing her health fit journey. Stay tuned, everyone.
I never imagined this would be your first home.
I feel powerless. I can't stop asking why us.
I just want to hug and kiss you and never let go.
This is the hardest thing we've ever faced. I know it's even harder on you.
You are my little fighter. We're here with you.
I believe in you. Just 4 simple words. But to a child in need, they mean the world. When you support a child through Save the Children, you're saying, I believe in you. Visit sponsor.savethechildren.org/believe today.
We cure 80% of children with cancer. If you think about that, I mean, go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. There's one thing we're focused on here at St. Jude, and that's beating this thing.
To pose, now sure. She makes the sound seem knee-deep in the North Sea.
Next, get ready to welcome our guest speaker that will tell us all about her journey, where she started, where she's at, and where she hopes to go. She's an MTSU student with a full-time job that has become dedicated to her own healthy lifestyle. Everyone, welcome Kaylee Tedder. Hi, great to have you. Thank you so much.
Here. Thanks for inviting me.
Go ahead and take a seat. Very nice. So, Kaylee, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, how you relate to the fitness world.
Well, right now I do, like you said, I have a full-time job, and so I wake up in the mornings, and that's typically when I do my workouts to get them in during the day.
Yes.
The type of workouts that I'm doing right now is just like your basic, like Olympic type lifting, using other machines as well.
Okay.
But I also throw in a little bit of cardio there in the morning, and that always helps keep me upbeat and stuff throughout the day, getting my blood flowing. As far as nutrition and stuff like that goes, I maintain a primarily plant-based diet. That I've just found that's what works better for me, and that's, you know, it works well with my fitness and my goals and everything. So that's what I do. Currently, I'm on a keto diet to try to get to the weight.
It's very fashionable
yes.
nowadays.
It is. It's a big thing. But I'm trying to use that right now to get to my goal weight.
Okay.
And so that's kind of where I'm at right now with my fitness journey.
Cool. That's very cool. So it sounds to me like you do a lot more strength conditioning workouts than cardio, or correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I'll kind of mix it up. It really depends. I've done a marathon in the past, and so sometimes I'll flip it completely and just do cardio. I just try to mix it up and make sure that I'm still active in whatever it is that I'm doing, and I feel good about it. I always know that I need to switch it up whenever I get to the point in my workouts when I'm like, this is kind of boring. So right now I'm doing more lifting than I am with cardio. I have about 30 minutes of cardio a day when I work out. But still, that's a lot different than running for 12 miles in a day.
Yes, of course. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those pictures that you brought for us today. Wow! Oh my goodness, what a change! That is extraordinary. Good for you. Good for you for achieving that. So I can't help but look at these pictures and think, how is this different? You know, how is your after results different from what you did in your before? You know, what's the difference?
Well, before I started working out and everything, I would basically eat whatever I wanted. I was really big into eating a lot of pastas and starches, which carbs, you know how that works.
Right,
so there's that, and I kind of grew up thinking that all green beans came out of a can, so there was like no fresh food in my diet. So I changed my diet up a lot. I started doing the keto for that specific transformation, and I started lifting weights 4 to 7 days a week, depending on how frisky I was feeling. I might go all week, but that's kind of where I came from.
Okay, interesting. How long would you say that it took you to make that adjustment, that change from, you know, a mostly, let's say, sedentary lifestyle with not so much attention on your nutrition to now doing keto diets and actively working out with weights? I mean, that's...
Well, it's kind of a little bit of a loaded question in a way, because the way that I see it, whenever you make the change, all of the change the change itself has to be a compilation of all of these tiny changes. And so, yes, there's a part where I started making those tiny changes, but I wasn't doing them consistently. Okay. And so it's really just something like I guess there's really not a point in which I can say like the change like came, if that's kind of what.
Right. So it definitely took time.
Yes. Takes a lot of time. Patience,
devotion,
yeah.
Will.
Yes.
I
a lot
totally
of will.
understand that. All right. I noticed you say you lift a lot of weights. Now, that is not necessarily typical for a girl. And a lot of girls are very concerned about lifting weights because they don't want to bulk up. And now I understand that because I had a similar perception at first too. But once I gained a little more knowledge, I understood that that's actually not true. Can you defend that? Is it really not true?
Yes, it's certainly not true. I read an article one time, which depending on where you're getting your information from with health, it could vary greatly, but you won't gain more than like a pound or so a year of muscle.
Yes.
So girls that worry about getting bulked up, it's not true. It won't happen. If it was that easy, then everybody, all males, would be bulky, and that's not the case.
But then again, we as women, we don't have nearly as much testosterone in our system, so there's just no way for our muscles to grow that fast. Now, a final question. What would you tell someone who is, say, watching this right now and is feeling very motivated by you, by seeing your pictures, and has seriously been thinking about, you know, making a change in their life, but they just need that extra push to really go out and do it instead of saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, but I'll do it now? What would you say to that person to give them that extra push?
Well, two bits of advice that I would give on that. The first one would be, go ahead and liberate yourself and get rid of all ideas of perfection that you have in your brain about how this process works, because that's where I started off. It would be like you were saying, it'd be like, okay, after this weekend I'll do it, or I'll start on Monday, or how about I start at the first of this month? And so whenever you do that, you're never actually going to start it. And you make thousands of different choices in a day, and a lot of those choices have to deal with your health. And so it's just that next choice, making that next choice, deciding to go for an apple instead of a bag of chips at work or something like that. But making those small little changes is what's really going to start adding up. And with that, I like to tell a lot of people, like, a cupcake didn't get you to where you don't want to be, and a salad isn't going to get you where you want to be. It's being consistent with those changes. So definitely trying to get rid of the idea of it's going to be a perfect process, because it's not. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, it's not. So then there's that, and then there's also patience. The process itself, you have to be patient with it. You will start seeing results. And I know that's really discouraging after you've had salads all week and you're like, I haven't lost any weight. I'm sick of it. Yes, I'm sick of this already. But, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's really, you have to have patience with it.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I would just, stay at it. Yes, perseverance, stay at it. It will come.
Yes.
Obviously, you saw the pictures. It is true. It will come. I promise it will. You just have to stay with it.
Wow, what wonderful answers. Thank you so much. Now, as a little show of gratitude, we here at Health Fit have decided to award you, so to speak, with a little gift. Go ahead and open it up.
Thank you
we
so
want to
much.
see your reaction.
Oh, dear. Very nice.
Yeah. Hope you like it. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your little interview with our guest speaker. So I hope you enjoyed learning about today's topic, how to maintain our spinal mobility flexibility for a more productive day. Please make sure to follow us on Facebook at MT10 HealthFit to vote for next week's Q&A. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time. I'm Joanna, and we are Health Fit. Stay active, MTSU. Great shirt.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Idle hands. They say they're the devil's workshop. But give idle hands a place to go, a purpose, and they're capable of amazing things.
This is HealthFit Q&A, and I'm here to provide you with an answer for your top requested question. What sleeping position is most beneficial for my back? Mark Rowell, a licensed chiropractor from Legacy Chiropractics in Franklin, Tennessee, has an answer for us. Humans on average sleep 1/3 of their life. This is a great time to fully rest the joints, muscles, tendons, and ligaments of the neck. Take advantage of this time for therapy and recovery from the poor posture of industrialized working, texting, couch sitting, and studying. As a practicing chiropractor, I cringe when I hear how people use pillows, stacking them high and further exploiting the imbalances around the cervical spine by jutting their heads forward. Instead, use this time to get your head back and your spine in a neutral position. This allows rest for the muscles that have been tugging and pulling all day and lengthening for the muscles that have become chronically short and tight. If this seems impossible, it's not. If you're used to using 2 or 3 pillows while sleeping on your back, decrease it by 1 for a few weeks, eventually getting your head back down to the bed. For some, simply try this method as therapy for 10 to 15 minutes before falling asleep and then get into whatever position you wish. Most will eventually love their new position and find great comfort in it. Be patient though, it may take some time, even months. The benefits outweigh the temporal discomfort. If you simply cannot get into this position for postural reasons, you need to see a chiropractor and they can help improve your mobility to achieve this. When switching to your side, use a soft and moldable pillow that allows you to keep your neck in line with your spine, something close to a light-down pillow. Please don't sleep on your stomachs. This position will not allow you to sleep with your neck in a neutral position. Furthermore, it reverses the healthy lordotic curve through forces of the coupled motion, rotation, and flexion. God put all the bumpy stuff on the front of our bodies and He made our backsides flat. Sleep on the flat side. This was Q&A, and thank you, Mark, for sharing your knowledge.